Hello again, everyone. Saki here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2022 Full Circle Racing Designs Next Gen mod here for 20 laps at Michigan. And it should be pretty fast, pretty fun, pretty wide. We're here on the inside behind Michael McDowell in our X4 Tides of Avarice Camaro. Brandon is about 5 rows up in the 27 A-Shock Toyota, and Denny Hamlin is on the pole. And we are in crunch time, really, or at least the others are in crunch time. We have plenty of wins, but others are on the outside looking in, trying to have a good run, and Michigan might as well. And waiting for that pace car to duck off, and 20 laps should be pretty fun. We're looking for a pit stop around halfway, lap 10 or so. Not sure if 2 tires or 4, but green flag is out, and we're expecting 4 and 5 wide. Funneling down into that first turn, we can get under McDowell. Brandon going under Kyle Busch as well, making his charge to the front. And we'll be right on that yellow line on the bottom, 3 wide, trying not to slide up and get loose under Chase Briscoe. And Ross Chastain out there as well with 3 wide out in front of us, with Tyler Reddick and Austin Cindric taking a look to the left, but really nowhere to go, as Reddick will get down to the bottom. We'll just follow him through, try to get the tires up to temp and pressure, and then we can really start pressing the attack as Denny Hamlin will lead lap 1 over William Byron, but a good run on that high line, it looks like, with Kyle Larson. We can use the apron here to get around the Richard Childress cars of Dillon and Reddick. And Almirola looking to the inside of Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Blaney. Brandon to the point on the apron just a little bit, slides up, that might check up the lines. Brandon gets out of the way and really steamrolling down. We don't want to go 4 wide under Almirola in the turn. We could probably make it work, but no need to force the issue, since we can get the drive off of turn 4 under Truex. And with a little bit of drafting help on the bottom, we can make our way to the front, as William Byron now leads here at Michigan. Larson fighting back on the high side around Almirola, really into the red line, getting everything we can out of this. We'll roll out a little bit earlier, let the cars in front of us get their line, and make that pass on Truex with Larson, the only car out there now. Larson tried to fight back on Logano. We can look 3 wide under Logano if need be. We'll take that run on the bottom, and Logano will fight back on the high side. Larson rolled out, but Joey Logano fighting back on the high side, getting a pull off Denny Hamlin on the top. And it's all about trying to break the draft here. Big pull down the straightaways for sure. We'll be clear of Logano just a little bit. Brandon looking to the inside of William Byron, but a stout piece in that 24 today. All clear. We can use all the racetrack to get up top, try to get a run on Almirola, get the pull off of Hamlin, and we'll gain some ground. Almirola gets in line. We can take advantage and get down to the bottom of Eric. And really fighting hard on that outside is Eric Almirola. He will get the pull off of those cars in the top lane. Top line looks to be the line that's moving, but luckily the Gibbs cars comes down to pick us up, and Logano follows us through to the bottom as well, getting everything out of this engine that we can. And 3 wide behind with Ryan Blaney, Logano and Almirola. They'll slow each other up, which will leave some breathing room for us to press the attack on Hamlin, who presses the attack on Kyle Busch. We'll see if we can follow Hamlin down through the bottom. He slows up just a little bit to give his teammates some space, but all clear behind. And these laps will tick by quickly. Once we get to halfway, we'll try to be the first on pit road, be the first to pit last, essentially. That old road course adage. Really good run down to the inside of turn 1 under Hamlin. Hamlin fights back on that high side, but we'll get the pull off of Kyle Busch. Does Denny roll out? Denny fights back hard on that high side. Have to give him the room. He is just barely there. And yes, indeed, Kyle does come down. We'll get a little bit of a pull. We'll see if Hamlin rolls out. Indeed, he does. And Ryan Blaney making the charge, coming up past Hamlin as well. So Logano and Almirola dropping back, and Ryan Blaney charging forward. Brandon takes the point and is out front at Michigan, punching a hole in the air for everyone behind in this long Congo line. We'll maintain as best we can. We definitely don't want to lose any time, but it really doesn't hurt to gain, as pit stops will shake through, and depending on our strategy, it will shake the whole thing up. Down to the inside and looking under Kyle Busch, or at least trying to, getting that aero tight condition following the 18 and the 24, but a good run off of 4 will carry that through. But these guys are pretty even on speed, it looks like, only making up just a little bit of ground here on Kyle Busch. We'll wait for the AI cars to really start to fall off here. We're going to take care of our tires in preparation for perhaps a right side change only. Car washing up just a little bit, trying to carry that speed. Blaney drops back a bit, so no pressure in the mirror as we are in 4th place. We're sitting pretty, riding straight. We'll see if we can get the run off of Kyle Busch, and if Kyle goes to the pass under Byron, that will help us out a bit, punching an even bigger hole in the air. Byron blocks them all the way down to the bottom. Kyle was looking, and Byron is there. We've seen some aggressive blocks at these racetracks of Michigan and California for sure. And a good run down to the bottom. We gained a little bit of time on Kyle, and Ryan Blaney gained a little bit of time on us. It's like the big DRS train, everyone just staying right in a row, not making up a whole lot of time here. Get that right front end to the air. See if we can counteract that pushing following these cars. And a good run off of 4, and we are sucked right to the rear bumper of Kyle Busch. We might be able to make a move here, and Chase Elliott looks to the inside of Ryan Blaney as well. So some battles back behind us for 5th and 6th. Touch the apron a bit, trying to slide up. Kyle gives us room. Thank you very much, Kyle. He could have made life a lot more difficult for us keeping on that right corner. But we're able to get in line and get ourselves collected. And Byron down to the bottom sort of chops us a bit. That was to be expected. But looking to the inside, we are going to be the first on pit road. Definitely don't want to overshoot. A little bit of a wiggle. Got it slowed down into a straight line. 4,000 in 2nd gear as the rest of the field continues on. We're definitely taking fuel and right side tires. We'll see how this strategy shakes out, boys. Let's go. Right sides are on, waiting for that fuel. No damage to repair. Down and away. Brandon with his right sides. And he is down and away as well. So pretty even on the pit stops. Brandon maybe with a little bit more of a gap, but let's get up to speed. Not slide ourselves out on the apron here and look to the back to see if we go a lap down. We may be able to get out in front of the leaders since we pitted basically out of the lead. We had the most time that we could spend on pit road, and indeed we are going to get out on the track. But here comes Byron. So we are 1 lap down, but that is the leader. Waiting for William Byron to come down. Chase Elliott assumes 2nd place. Joey Logano up in 3rd, and Brandon with the wash with those new right side tires. Couldn't keep it down. William Byron gives him some space, but Logano pinching our right rear. And Chase Elliott down to the bottom with a head of steam. This is a battle for the lead and a battle to get our lap back. That way, if the yellow comes out, we'll be in the catbird seat, essentially. Everyone coming to pit road, and we won't have to come down. We will assume the lead. Brandon fighting back on that high side, trying to get the momentum down the back straightaway. It looks like Brandon will indeed clear William Byron and get back on the lead lap. We are right there, ready to pounce. As we go under the 24, we are back on the lead lap as well. So we want this thing to cycle through. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. As we start clicking laps, we definitely do not want to be passed by Elliott or Byron, and they are really fast. Brandon with a little bit more breathing room, and Elliott really looks to our inside, almost puts a fender into us, but thinks better of it, rolls out on the bottom. That may be an indicator that they're going to try to come down pit road. Usually the AI drive a different line when they're preparing to come down, which will be great for us. Not having to stop again, looking in the mirror, seeing if that pressure goes away. And Elliott stays to the outside, but we managed to gap him quite a bit. Looking on the left at pit road, no others are on pit road just yet. They're trying to go as deep as they can into this run, take the least amount of fuel, so they may be preparing for a no-tire stop in the grand scheme of things, but we will stick to Brandon as close as we can, as we're hoping that this is going to be the battle for the lead when it all shakes through. Getting that pull, and we are much faster than Chase. Perhaps those tires are starting to fall off on the AI, which is all good for us. The faster laps we can run in between our pit stops and theirs is ground we make up when they come back out on the track. So no takers on pit road just yet. Really screaming down into turn one. Pretty fast lap if our RPMs are anything to go off of. And no pressure from the mirror, just maintaining here as best we can. Waiting for go time when we really need to start pushing these tires, but right now just making sure that things cycle through. Brandon taking an outside line, we hug that white line, a little bit different driving line. But as long as we're able to stay in that draft, then everything is awesome. Yeah, really getting that pull, and here come cars off of pit road. So these will be for position now. Passing Custer and Kyle Busch, so we can see how much we gapped Kyle in that exchange. No one else coming off pit road, so Kyle isn't even in the mirror, and yellow flag is out. So we will, of course, not pit when everything is said and done. These guys who we just passed should stay out. Everyone else should be coming down pit road, so since we're not coming down, we should be in a really good position. Looking to the left, and there are a bunch of cars on pit road. This is going to be interesting to shake out for sure. So let's see where we shake out in the grand scheme of things and see exactly where we end up. So the race will end under caution, and your winner is Austin Dillon in the 3 car. Second place is William Byron. Third place, Joey Logano. Fourth place, Eric Almirola. Fifth place, Daniel Suarez. Sixth place, Kurt Busch. Seventh place, Brad Keselowski. Eighth place, Alex Bowman. Ninth place, Kevin Harvick. Rounding out your top 10 is Martin Truex Jr. Brandon ended up coming in 18th, and we are just a few cars behind in 21st, and you must be as confused as I am. So let's break down the whole exchange. What brought out the yellow? How did Austin get the lead? And what exactly happened? First off, what brought out that caution? Josh Bilicki and BJ MacLeod racing off of pit road. There goes myself and Brandon around them, and they just have a bit of a argument as BJ slides Josh Bilicki up into the racing line, bringing out the yellow. Josh gets back down, and that starts the unfortunate chain of events. So on that same lap, in about 10 seconds, the yellow is going to come out. Everyone starts coming down to pit road except for Austin Dillon, who stays out from 16th. And, I mean, looking at the scoreboard, the race is still green. So Austin Dillon has not taken the yellow. The yellow comes out as Austin drives by right there, and it comes back around. So the entire lap after, Austin Dillon stayed at full speed. He has not caught up to the pace car yet, so essentially he ran an entire extra lap, not at caution speed. So lap 18, he has not caught up to the pace car just yet. He is still rolling, and looking at second place, who is having a bit of a struggle, is Chase Elliott, actually entering turn 1 when Austin Dillon, BJ is just wrecking Denny Hamlin, while Austin can come down pit road, just caught up to the pace car, and pit road is now open even though Chase Elliott is nowhere near Austin Dillon's rear bumper. Pit road is open, and you can see the gap. So, of course, with big brain strategy, Austin just takes fuel only because there's only 2 laps to go in the race. So he takes his fuel and leaves and is able to get back across the pit road exit line before second place. Speaking of second place, at about the time Austin leaves pit road, Chase Elliott, who is in second at this point, is slowing up. There goes William Byron around. There goes Logano and Almirola around. Elliott is going to lose all of these spots to cars that are just passing on the right under yellow, and we cannot pass Blaney. So everyone that gets around Blaney is fair game and is for position and passes us, putting us back into the 20s. So by the time it all shakes out, Chase Elliott is running in 15th or 16th, down from second, even though he took the yellow flag in second. So this is why NASCAR does not open pit road until all the cars are in a line, so this very thing doesn't happen. But NASCAR dropping the ball and dropping us in position, and also dropping a win into Austin Dillon's lap. And with that no doubt controversial win, Austin Dillon moves into 7th in the points, making the cutoff driver Tyler Reddick one full race behind Cole Custer. So the battle really is for the last place spot, with Suarez, Kyle Busch, Elliott, and Wallace just a quarter of a race behind with a few more races to go. And next week we are at the short track where anything can happen, Richmond International Raceway. I hope to see you then. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Richmond. Take care.